In this video, I'm going to talk about what's coming up in the next couple months. And I also want to touch on this concept of what is ultralight. I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there.
I have peered through the mist, and your future is not waiting in a city of concrete and noise. It is waiting where the wind writes its own songs through the trees. Go into the wild, create magic, create music.
Hey, good morning. This is day 108 of the Outside Free Challenge. Meaning, I've been surviving out in the wilderness so far for 108 days. I am on my second cup of Morning Joe. I've mixed the Komodo Dragon with sort of this no-name brand, and I think even yet a third brand as well. There's this place in the Far East. I don't even know what country it's part of, but it's called New Jersey, and they have a term for coffee with cream and sugar, which is coffee regular. The way I make my coffee is sort of like a combination of cowboy coffee and pour over. I would just do straight up cowboy coffee, but I ain't no cowboy. And then pour over. So I'll strain the grinds through this handy dandy filter, reusable filter. It's like a mesh. It's been working out great lately. I finally had to replace my aluminum lid with a new aluminum lid. I'd say they last maybe a couple weeks before you might have to replace them. After trying dried whole milk and 2% dried milk and non-fat, I think I prefer the non-fat or the 2%. This whole milk isn't cutting it. The whole milk does not froth up like the non-fat milk. So far, the best way to go has been to use non-fat or 2% and 1 tablespoon of creamer. That actually tends to work out quite nicely. And when you shake non-fat or 2%, it froths up and gives you sort of like a latte or a cappuccino type of effect. The trick to making good cowboy coffee is 1 cup of water, 3 heaping teaspoons of coffee grinds, and then you let those coffee grinds come to a rolling boil. In this video, I'm going to talk about what's coming up in the next couple months, and I also want to touch on this concept of what is ultralight. I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there. Now, once the water has come to a rolling boil, kind of put it aside and just let it sit for a couple minutes. It occurs to me when I watch other outdoor backpacking videos that a lot of folks don't quite understand the ultralight mindset. They think, and not all that erroneously, they think that it's being like a weight weenie or a gram weenie. And yeah, there's a lot of derogatory connotations that are sort of spouted regarding ultralight. The main thing that I have learned from ultralight, and I started ultralighting back in 2004, 2005. Prior to that, I had been standard backpack with a frame pack, Kelty Tioga, since the 70s. Now, it's true ultralighters can get carried away with weight alone and not really put a lot of emphasis or enough emphasis on function. Hey, and who can blame folks with all the modern textiles and fabrics to try to just get the absolute lightest gear possible? Guilty. But really, the benefits, the power of understanding ultralight is the philosophy and the mindset that comes with ultralighting. Is ultralighting a 4.5 pound base weight? Is a 45 pound base weight still considered ultralighting? Maybe. Now, I don't want this to be a very long video, so I'll just kind of cut to the chase. When you understand the ultralight mindset, then you instill the ability, the skill set to whittle down the things that you carry in order to carry more gear. Does that make sense? So, for example, let's say I have a stove and the stove weighs, I don't know, maybe a pound, maybe a half a pound. I need to carry more power. Instead of like a 5,000 milliamp or a 10,000, I need to carry a 20,000 milliamp. The problem is a 20,000 milliamp power bank weighs a pound or more. Well, understanding ultralight allows me to start looking at the gear that I have and really understanding the trade-off and the value of rather shaving that gear down, replacing it with a lighter alternative, or not bringing it all together. Perhaps not bringing a cook system at all and cold soaking will justify the 1 pound of weight that you might have to carry or want to carry. Does that make sense? And simple things like getting multiple uses out of your gear. My shoe, while I'm sitting and enjoying coffee, makes a wonderful cup holder so I don't spill my coffee. Check out this old chunk of steel. It's like an ancient monolith. No, that's it. I just wanted to touch on that. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We are going to be doing a hike, one of the greatest hikes of this section of the Sierras. So that's coming up. However, I kind of want to talk to you about the direction of this channel. It's mostly just been a diary for me to be able to look back on and refer to. However, this is an opportunity for you to steer the direction of this channel. What do you think we should do going into the coming months, September, October, November, December? I say let's come up with a mutual game plan. Then we'll work out the logistics together and make it happen. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, comment, and all that YouTube stuff. And I'll see you on the next video.
Untrodden path, question everything, inspire others not by your words alone, but by the life you choose to live as above.